and your name is on some flyer, you may not say a word. Let a book do the talk for you. If you're in an area and the people really they don't know the Aqeedah Sahiha, say Allahu Akbar. I got some room now. I can do something, inshallah. I can participate in disseminating the truth. Alhamdulillah, you can talk. Let the books do it for you. As Sheikh bin Baz says, Sheikh bin Uthaymeen, go get few books like this, Aqeedah to Tawheed. They are in Arabic and they are in English too. Already translated. To your mean, even if you get one book and give it to somebody, and you never know what happened. And whenever you have some money, buy another book and put it in the hand of somebody else. Don't say to him, hey, Sensei, see you're an ignorant of Aqeedah Sahiha, I'm giving you this book. Don't do it like that. Just say, Alhamdulillah, I've seen you for a while, mashallah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, here is a gift. And especially if you put it in a nice packaging, mashallah, and put maybe some chocolate bar with it, and give it to the brother. Brother, while enjoying the bar, he's looking, he's like, oh, mashallah, Allahu Akbar, this is some nice stuff. And then later on when he see you, he's not going to ask you about the chocolate bar. He knows where it is from. It came from Walmart, maybe. He's going to ask you, he said, that book you gave me, man, is amazing. He ain't going to talk about no chocolate. You're just using that. You're using this as, huh?
You're like a bait.
I don't know.
A good bait.
Yeah. Alhamdulillah. You see? Using as a softener. Huh? As a softener, you know? As an icing on a cake. Some people don't like the cake. You put a nice icing on it, they change their story. That changed the whole thing, man. Right or wrong? Hey, now. You like cakes, huh? So it's very important. They're going to come to you and say, hey, subhanAllah, that book is amazing, man. Wow. Why they're not teaching this book in this masjid? Do you have another one? You said I have 10. Really? Yeah. I know some people, man, they want it. Aqeedah. So now if the Aqeedah is not taught, so what happened? Generation, they grow up. Generation, they raise and they grow up not knowing what the Aqeedah is. They don't know what it is because they never taught. Look at some Muslim countries. They teach them all stuff in secular math, physics, science, English, even philosophy, billah, logic and all that. Islamic studies, 1 hour a week. And they don't even pay attention to that. But look in Saudi Arabia, for example, may Allah preserve it, and the Muslim lands, look at their curriculums, Tawheed, Aqeedah. From kindergarten, man, kids are learning Tawheed and Aqeedah. That's two different things. There are generations in these countries, they grow up not knowing anything about Allah, nothing. That's why you wonder they know more about some ball players right here. Muslims in Africa country, in Asia, they know more about LeBron James than some Americans. You ask them about Allah, they have no clue. You said, tell me something about Allah. He's like, Allah is Allah. Okay, what else? What can you tell me about Allah? Nothing. Tell him a ball player, soccer, baseball, football, basketball, they can talk all day. But they can't tell you nothing about Allah, can't tell you nothing about the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They can't give you 10 companions. Nothing. Why? No one taught them that. They just teach them soccer, teach them basketball, football, the playoff, championship, the World Series, I don't know what. That's all that is going on in the TV, televisions, in their homes, in the streets, in the coffee shops. That's all that's going on. That's why they don't know anything about the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But we, alhamdulillah, we're here now. All right? That's what we need to do as a parents. We have to make sure that our children are getting this aqeedah. In our masajid, we have to teach tawheed. Teach the aqeedah sahiha. Naam, you got to teach other things. People need tahara, salat, need akhlaq, need rulings, regulations, but they need to know. They need to, like, look, they have to relay everything back to this one here. Otherwise, the Shaykh says, ينشأ جيل لا يعرف تلك العقيدة ولا يعرف ما يخالفها ويضادها. Now you find a generation will grow up not knowing the sound creed, They don't know what opposes it and go against it. فَيَعْتَقِدُ الْحَقَّ بَاطِلًا وَالْبَاطِلَ حَقًّا. So they will, if somebody eloquent, bring them the truth, bring them a falsehood in the form of truth, they take it. And somebody who is eloquent also, bring them the truth in a bad way and bad image as falsehood, they take it as a falsehood. That's why sometimes people argue with you. You like, okay, this is simple. Simple to you because you've been studying it. You know how you do it, right? Because everything is difficult until you learn how you do it. Something you never know how you do it, that's difficult. You cannot accept it. وَمَنْ جَهِلَ شَيْئًا عَادَاهُ. And as they mention, anyone who's ignorant of something, it's easy to take it as an enemy. Now these children, they're going to grow up not knowing anything. And then when they become teenagers, all of a sudden they start like, as they say, tripping and doing all these bad things. And the parents, they blame them. Oh, look at these kids of these days. The father tell you, it's easy to blame the kids, but they don't say, wait a minute. I didn't teach them anything. So this is the result. How I'm going to expect from them to be very nice and righteous and pious? My home was not established on righteousness and piety. Me as a father, the mother as a mother, we didn't teach our children these things. We instead sit with them, or if we don't know how to teach, we never took them to somebody. Look, parents, if they want their children to get a high education, they don't teach. Not all the parents teach math and they're good in math. No, they make sure you got to go to school. Right or wrong? They go to school once every 3 months? Every day. Doesn't matter. Sunshine, storm, rain, doesn't matter. They're getting up at 6:30 or 6, breakfast, clothing, put them on the bus, go get that education. What is it? Math, physics, science, language, art, plus the other stuff. But when's the last time they said, no, son, you got to come to the masjid. There's a class on Tawheed, on fiqh, on seerah of the Prophet ﷺ. You got to come. No, come. And especially, look, they spend like 7-8 hours with kuffar studying. Why can't they spend 1 hour or 45 minutes in the house of Allah with the Muslims? See the parents. That's why Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah he says the majority of the children who they deviate when they grow up is because of their parents. They neglected them. They neglect their upbringing and their cultivation. They didn't teach them fara'id al-din wa sunanah. They didn't teach them the religion, tawheed, aqeedah, sunnah. فَأَضَاعُوهُمْ صِغَارًا, he says. أَضَاعُوهُمْ صِغَارًا. The parents, they neglect their children when they were young. فَلَمْ يَنْتَفِعُوا أو لم ينفعوا أنفسهم وَلَمْ يَنْفَعُوا آبَاءَهُمْ كِبَارًا. So when they grow up and they become teenagers, they cannot benefit themselves, nor they can benefit their parents. But the parents, instead of say, look, son, listen, you're 17, 18 and acting like that, I'm not going to blame you. It's me. Because when you were young, I didn't give you nothing, man. I didn't spend time with you and I was just doing my things. It's all my fault, man. I'm not going to blame you. Rather, I'm asking you, I'm begging you to forgive me. I apologize to you now, man. A big apology. Because I didn't teach you. I'm not going to blame you. Let's start all over or something like that. Okay, wallahu a'lam. Now, the second of these things, that why certain people are not on the Aqeedah Sahiha, التعصب لما عليه الآباء والأجداد والتمسك به وإن كان باطلا. Shaykh says you find certain people, they fanatic to what their parents and forefathers are upon. They grow up in an area and they just adopt and adhere to what their village is on and their country is on and this tribe are on. That's it. Even if it's falsehood. Somebody come and tell them nowadays, they're like, no way, man, you're not one of us, brother. And they even mention some names. Man, we Fulanis, man, we Madingos, we're this, we're Aromos, we're brother, we're not even, you're from another tribe, man, and you want to talk to us? No, why not? Being in another tribe or not, that's from the qadar of Allah, al-Kawni. You didn't choose your color or choose your country of birth. You didn't. But you can choose. Allah wants you to choose the Aqeedah that you're supposed to be on. Allah's not going to hold us accountable because you're black or white or Chinese or Arab or not. You're born in this country or the other. But Allah's going to hold us accountable as related to the decision we make, as related to holding to His deen or not. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in Surah Al-Baqarah, Ayah 170, وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُمْ اتَّبِعُوا مَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ قَالُوا بَلْ نَتَّبِعُ مَا أَلْفَيْنَا عَلَيْهِ آبَاءَنَا أَوْ لَوْ كَانَ آبَاؤُهُمْ لَا يَعْقِلُونَ شَيْئًا وَلَا يَهْتَدُونَ. And when He said to these people who are upon batil, upon falsehood, follow and adhere to what Allah has revealed, they say, rather we follow what we find our forefathers upon, even though their forefathers have no reasoning whatsoever and they are not guided. And that's another problem, that everybody think, look, I'm going to stick to my people. Ya akhi, if it comes to speaking their language or their dialect, stick to your people, ain't no problem with that, right or wrong. Stick to your people and speak their dialect, it's okay. When it comes to food, stick to your people. As long as the food is halal, there's no problem with that. Eat the food of your people. Nobody going to change your diet, man. As long as the food is healthy, inshallah. Keep that in mind. And halal. But now you come to the deen and says, I'm going to stick to my people. No, you can't use that. You don't stick to your people when you come to the deen of Allah. You stick to the Quran and to the Sunnah upon the way of as-Salaf as-Salih. Now, number 3, التقليد الأعمى بأخذ أقوال الناس في العقيدة من غير معرفة دليلها ومعرفة مدى صحتها. He says, certain people, they blindly follow followers by taking statements of certain individuals in the creed, in Aqeedah, without even know the proofs. We don't even know if these statements and these principles are sound or not. They just say, look, if you come from that person, this is all I need to hear. That person ain't no prophet, he ain't no companion or nothing. He says, Sheikh gave example, he said, this is the issue and the reality of the deviant sects who oppose the Aqeedah Sahiha, such as Jahmiyyah. Jahmiyyah, نسبة للجهم بن صفوان. He was a very deviant and wicked person, الجهم بن صفوان. والمعتزلة, this is another deviant sect in the time of التابعين. Al-Hasan al-Basri rahimahullah, he was one of the A'imma of as-Salaf, but there were certain individuals in his circles that they were like contradicting the Aqeedah that the Sahaba they were upon. One of them is Wasil ibn Ata, and he was spreading these false ideologies. So after being advised and he stuck to what he was upon, then he was called i'tazil anna. They said, look, man, you can't be with us and corrupt the people, you know. It's like in a community like this, alhamdulillah, masjid that is established upon the Sunnah, Quran, Sunnah, the way of the Salaf al-Salih, and then somebody will come and try to recruit the people, and especially the youth, Khawarij, for example. Would you allow him? Especially the Imam of the Masjid and the administration, would allow that person who come and talk to our youth, try to recruit them, to send them to I don't know where to fight for the Khawarij? No, you're going to bring that. If you know at the first time you bring that person, say, listen, I don't know, why are you doing this? Because some people, they may not know. Maybe just somebody sent them. So come over here, buddy. You have some time? Yes. You've been talking to some of our youth and some people, but what you're calling them is bad. He go against principles, go against ayat from the Quran and the Sunnah, 1, 2, 3, this, that. If he says, Subhanallah, Allah al-Musta'an, I know. Some people just